Imagine waking up every day with a constant buzzing in your mind, feeling both deeply connected and constantly drained. Your heart pulls you towards someone, but your mind is telling you that something's not right. You're stuck in a cycle, chasing something you can't quite explain, but can't break away from either. This cycle, my friend, is the hallmark of a toxic relationship. And I'm here to show you just how these toxic partners use emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and intermittent reinforcement to keep you addicted to a relationship that's slowly but surely eroding your sense of self. Now, I'm not just talking about a drama filled relationship that might feel toxic on the surface. I'm talking about the subtle, insidious dynamics that most people don't even realize until they've been emotionally drained, mentally exhausted, and spiritually depleted. Let's dive into this together. You may find yourself in the story I'm about to tell. Number one, the emotional roller coaster. At first, everything seems perfect. The beginning of the relationship can be magical. You connect, you feel heard, valued. It's what we all dream of, right? But this is the trap. You see, toxic partners often start with what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. They know how to give you just enough affection, attention, validation to keep you hooked. But they withhold it at random moments, creating a roller coaster of emotional highs and lows. One moment, they're telling you how much they love you, showering you with affection, and the next they pull away, leaving you in confusion. Here is the thing, this unpredictability creates addiction. When you experience these highs and lows, your brain starts craving those moments of validation. You become hooked on the dopamine hits of when they show you love, but also addicted to the chaos when they withdraw. It's like a drug. And just like any addict, you'll keep chasing those highs, even though you know the lows will come. But the addiction doesn't stop at emotional highs and lows. No, toxic partners take it further. They start planting seeds of doubt in your mind. Ever heard of gaslighting? It's the psychological manipulation that makes you question your reality, your thoughts, and even your sanity. Imagine you confront your partner about something they did or said that hurt you, and immediately they turn it back on you. You're overreacting. They'll say, you're being too sensitive. That's not how it happened. And for a moment, you start to wonder, am I really overreacting? Am I being too sensitive? You start to second guess your perceptions, your feelings, your intuition. And over time, your self-esteem takes a hit and you become more and more dependent on the version of reality. You see, they've shifted the narrative and you've started to believe their twisted version of it. But here is the kicker. The more they make you doubt yourself, the more you stay in the relationship. It's a vicious cycle. You seek validation from them to feel grounded. And when they offer it, even just a little, you feel like you're on solid ground again, temporarily. Now let's talk about the fear of abandonment. You know what keeps so many people stuck in toxic relationships? It's the fear of abandonment, a primal fear that lives deep within us. Toxic partners know this. They use it to manipulate you, and they'll exploit it with surgical precision. They know just when to withdraw affection, just when to create distance, just when to act like they might leave. This taps into a deep-seated fear inside of you that says, if they leave, I'll be unlovable, I'll be nothing. Suddenly, you'll do anything to prevent that abandonment. You'll ignore the red flags, rationalize the bad behavior, and cling tighter out of fear. It's a perfect storm for addiction. Fear, emotional highs, self-doubt, and confusion all mixed together, making it nearly impossible to let go. This is what keeps people trapped for years in toxic relationships. The fear of being alone becomes greater than the fear of staying in pain. Now, let's talk about validation. A toxic partner knows exactly how to validate you at the right time, just when you need it most. They give you compliments that make you feel good about yourself, but only when they sense you are starting to question your worth. When you're about to break free, they'll give you that one piece of affection or praise that makes you stay just a bit longer. It's like a breadcrumb trail. You start to crave that attention, that reassurance that you matter, that you are special. but it's never enough to make you feel whole. It keeps you in a perpetual state of needing more. You are constantly seeking for approval, waiting for the next breadcrumb, hoping it will fill the emptiness they created inside of you. But the truth is, it never will. No amount of validation from someone who's only offering it when it suits them can fix the deep emptiness within you. The validation they provide is conditional, temporary, and ultimately damaging to your sense of self worth. Now, let's pause for a moment and ask, why are you addicted to this relationship? Is it love? Or is it a toxic cycle of emotional manipulation? It's easy to confuse these two. It feels like love when you are in the midst of it, but real love isn't built on unpredictability, fear, or control. Real love gives you peace, stability, and growth. Toxic partners trap you in a cycle because they know how to make you feel like you need them. You might think, if I leave, I'll never find anyone like them, or they are just the only one who understands me. But I'm here to tell you, you deserve better. You deserve a relationship where love isn't a game, where you are not constantly questioning your worth, your sanity, and your place in the world. So, how do you break free from this addiction? How do you escape the emotional roller coaster and the cycle of gaslighting? First, recognize what's happening. Recognize that the highs and lows aren't normal. The manipulation, the control, and the constant questioning of your reality are not part of healthy love. Next, work on rebuilding your sense of self worth. Reconnect with who you are outside of the relationship. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not drag you down. And remember, breaking free isn't easy. It requires immense strength and courage. But know that freedom is possible. You are not an addict to anyone. You are capable of finding peace, stability, and love that nourishes you, not drain you. It's time to choose yourself. I want you to remember this. You are worth more than the chaos. You are not a puzzle for someone to manipulate. You don't need to chase love or validation from someone who is willing to use your heart as a pawn. You deserve unconditional love. Love that gives you peace, trust, and most of all, freedom. Breaking free from a toxic relationship is not just about ending a relationship. It's about reclaiming yourself. It's about knowing your worth, trusting your instincts, and choosing a life of joy over pain. You are strong enough to break free. And when you do, you'll find the peace that's been waiting for you all along. Thank you for watching or listening. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.